Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 after a very long time not being on the sim, and I do apologise, not a long time not posting a video while I've been on the sim. I've been flying in my spare time, but I'm very sorry for not posting any videos or anything like that over the course of the past few months, maybe even year, so I apologise for that, but I've been incredibly busy as per normal lame excuses go. So, we'll gloss over that. We are going to crack on today with a flight, which I haven't actually flown out of here before. I thought it'd be quite interesting. It's quite a pretty airfield. We're flying out over Chambery today, or Chambery, or whatever you want to call it. So, Lima Foxtrot, Lima Bravo. It is in the heart of the Alps, currently during ski season. So, yeah, it's kind of perfect time to bring the skiers back, as we did this time. I think it was maybe last year, 2 years ago. Let me just double check. When I did a video from flying out of Grenoble, and today we're flying kind of a similar routing. We're flying from Chambery up to Manchester, so that should be quite fun. When was it? Oh, yep, a year ago. There you go, a year ago with the Fenix. So, yep. We're here in the Fenix again from Chambery this time, and we're heading up. So, cruising altitude is going to be 38,000 feet, so we're actually really pushing this aircraft for altitude. It's going to be quite high, as well as we'll be flight time 1 hour 37 minutes. We are going to have 138 passengers on board. Block fuel is supposedly going to be 6 tons. I'm probably going to chuck on a bit more just for safety purposes, as I don't really want to have it to be illegal dispatches. I've been watching a few people's videos, and if that person is watching this video, they will know who they are. He's very helpful with Airbus and Boeing and kind of every other aircraft, and yeah, it was kind of an eye opener, thinking, crap, actually, yeah, if we put the minimum off blocks, then we're actually illegally dispatching, so we're illegally pushing back from the gate. So I just thought I'd add a bit of extra realism in with the checklist, with everything like that today. So yeah, should be all good. We are on Vatsim, so we'll be hopefully having the ATC into Manchester today. Our alternates is going to be Leeds Bradford, because the weather, just in case the weather does deteriorate, which it is actually predicted to do into Manchester, but it's not too bad. Yeah, it's a bit rainy and a bit windy, but yeah, it should be all good. We just have a look. I think that's pretty much most of the information I can give you with regard to the flight plan. So we're pretty much going directly over Paris and up through kind of up over Dover, over pretty much Southend, Maidstone Southend, and then up through Luton, and then through the one Mike arrival. So quite a usual approach to Manchester for me, it seems. I don't really do many others apart from Melville's one Mike. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, cool. Without further ado, let's get in the cockpit, get this thing started up. Passengers are all coming in through GSX. Bags are all being loaded. So yeah, I think we're a bit behind schedule now. So let's get cracking. Cool. So hello everyone, welcome back to the cockpit of the Fenix. I'm just going to get things started up here. So let's get that ground power in. I need to quickly grab something. What I need. Okay, cool. So, power. So park and brake is set. Batteries 1 and 2 on. External power as required. So we've got that on for the minute. Nav and logo lights need to come on. Cruise plug come on. APU will get this thing started. So it's running now because I think. Yeah, kind of need that now. External power, we'll have that turned off in a second, so we just need to wait for the APU to spool up. Spooling up nicely. Double check there's no Not out of good. Okay, not out of Chambery. Just wait for that top. The N1 to get to 100. And APU's available. Nice. And we've got power. Also, APU bleed can come on. And solar power can come off. AP bleeds on ADRS, so we just flick on. Fuel pumps, oh, I don't need that. They're off. Oxygen fuel supply, that is on. Overhead panels. Check, there's no. Well, apart from fuel pumps, but I'll get those in a minute. No emergency lights. Armed on. Cool. Alright, let's get the flight plan in the system then. Sure, let's dial into the Fenix. And we will go to init page, insert the request. Of course this works. Lovely. We're going to be flying easy 5 Romeo Tango on the way out today. Cost index of 6 and 380 on the altitude. Flying on that. Okay. Cool, so now we need to go to the weights tab and get all the weights. Import this. Oh, passengers are loaded. I'm gonna chuck pretty much 10 tons on board. I need to go to init page, let's go here. The zero fuel weight is going to be 57.2. And no, 57, yeah, 57.2 and 28.8 on the weights. Block fuel was 9.9. 9.9 tons of fuel. Nice. Cool. Flight plan still will be out of here. It will be departure via runway 36. Via the Dan 8 Charlie departure. Dan B8 Charlie departure. Oh, let's check the performance in here. So, let's have a look. Outer 36 is currently dry load sheet. We'll chuck all that in. 1020 on the coordination gate. 129, 140, 140. And flaps are going to be 1 up 0.5. And then 56 flex to temp. Nice. Then we can't get there, but we'll make it. Got plenty of time. Okay, cool. So performance figures are in. Departure performance. So yeah, that's all good. And cool. So glacier wise. So we've got coordination 1020 for the departure. Let's make sure that's on both sides. Red button check on. If this motor slide is required, SCU speed check dashed, heading dashed, FCU altitude set altitude. So initial altitude is going to be. Let me just bring up my charts on my other screen. So with Sid, we're going to be down by 8 Lima departure, and it's going to be 090 out of here. Then 9,000 feet out of here. Cool. That's in. So, cool. Now we'll move on to the well, the pre-start checklist. So, throttle levers checked idle. Weather radar checked off. Transponder TCAS set. We'll leave that on 2000 because I don't need that. Okay, so windows are closed on the left, closed on the right. External power is off, so I just need to double check that has actually disappeared. Negative, so we'll get rid of those two. AP bleed, check on. Seatbelt signs, check on. And beacon light, we will now switch that on. Okay. Let's get the pushback ready to go. Four minutes left on the align actually, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the beacon light off. Let's get the fuel pump switched on now. Nice. That seems healthy. Cool, so let me just double check the charts out of here. So we are currently there, runway 36, so we need to be pushing back nose right. I'll be taxiing down to 36, which is down there. We'll enter the runway and then backtrack, so it's kind of a displaced taxi onto the runway. So we'll need to basically taxi onto the runway and then backtrack to the end of the runway, and then we'll spin it around and then we'll go from there. Because that is what my performance calculations are based on, so I kind of need to do it that way. Otherwise it'll be, well, incorrect. So, import my Chambery plan into my dips. Cool, so we'll be out of here. So initial departure is going to be out of here. It is basically going to be, we're going to be following out the lake, which you'll see on our departure, and then we'll be doing a left-hand turn and flying pretty much past, where are we going? Actually, we're not going anywhere. We're kind of avoiding all the main airspace, which is nice. So, okay. And then it'll be more north up towards Paris. And then we will be, yeah, so flying a little bit east of Paris and then up to, as I discussed, over Dover, and then pretty much directly from Dover to Manchester. That's pretty much a direct route. Yeah, so, let's hide that for the minute. I don't need that. CPDLC, I would have that, but unfortunately there's nothing going for me at the minute, so cool. Right, I'll tell you what, I'll be back in a sec once the RS is aligned, and then we'll pretty much get ourselves ready to roll. Okay, awesome. So we've got those on now, so we'll get this. Let's get this pushback tug stuff sorted again. So it'll be nose right, please. Beacon light on. Parking brake released. Cool. So verify we are pushing back. Yep. So ignition come to right. I need to clear that. You hear the bleeds coming off. And engine 2 switch on. So just watching the parameters now. So watching N1, N2, EGT. Like that as we start the pushback.
Please set parking brakes.
Engine's looking like it's coming up nicely. 1020 as well. Go for the EGT to stabilise, and then I will... Start the left. Oh, stabilise at 490. One coming on. And they're going to be watching for the same again. So the N1, N2, and EGT, just making sure it all lines up correctly.
Bypass par main. Left is clear, right is clear.
Okay, so M1 stabilised, N2 stabilised, we just went on EGT to now come up to about 470. Standard operating temperature. Packs have kicked in, and engine 1 is now available. Nice. Engine is most select so it can come to normal. APU bleed will flick you off. AP master off. NZN anti-ice, that's required, don't need it for now. The temperature's actually quite nice. I'm going to double check the METAR and TAF. So it is 1013 3 knots, 10 km more Vs, overcast at 6,800 feet, 12 degrees Celsius, 3.6. QNH 1020, and no significant weather. Nice. That is what we like to see. Okay, so order brake, we'll set that to max, and flats set, flats 1 for departure. They're coming down now. Well, flats 1 set on both sides, right side came down a lot. Actually, yes, flaps, sorry, flaps and slats, my bad. Ground spoilers. Armed. I'll just zoom out a bit more for this. Pitch trim. So rudder trim and pitch trim, so all that needs to come to 0. Reset is, and then we will need to now sort out the pitch trim. So it was up 0.5. Up 0.5 is set. Flight controls. We're going to go full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full up, neutral, full down, full rudder, full left, full right, neutral, full left, neutral. Cool, perfect. So now to get my taxi clearance, but I don't actually require that. So I'm just gonna kind of get ourselves going from where we are now. We are actually on a second taxiway. Where are we going? Let's get on to November 1, which is actually that taxiway there. Okay. Cool, no worries. So we'll turn the taxi light on. Get the parking brake off. Bit of power, and let's get this thing rolling. Nice. Quick brake check. Brakes are good. We'll check the slats. Yep, slats down. Both sides. And flaps are down both sides as well. Coolio. I'm just going to have a quick look at my brief. So actually, the speeds it's wanting me to be at is 270 true airspeed. I'll flick right here. Doesn't look like it's actually accurate. Flick right there. $270 true airspeed. So That shouldn't be allowed below 10,000 feet, but okay. No, no issues. So it'll be a kind of a constant climb at 270 is what it's asking for. But I'm sure the aircraft has dialed in the numbers of the cost index anyway, so it should be okay to go. Go config normal. Click that on. Aircraft seems to be yawing a bit. I don't know if there's something that I'm doing a bit weird or yawing right a little more than I would like. Okay, nice. So, no takeoff clearance required due to being uncontrolled, so let's get the lights on. You can see there, there's that left-hand bow that I was on about earlier on the departure. Okay. In the cabin. As briefed, we're going to do the spin around at the end. So, terrain is, I think weather radar, it's not really, it doesn't really work with this thing yet. Wind shear is, I'll put TCAS, that's all good. Takeoff config is pushed. Packs as required, we'll leave them on. When anti-ice as required, we'll leave them off. Engine mode selectors is set as normal. Nose lights is takeoff, landing strobes, all that stuff is on. Cool. So pitch is going to be initially about 10 to 15 degrees, then I'm going to raise it up. Yep. Go with that. It's 250 knots on the green dot and thrust set to climb. Cool. So happy with that. Okay, power coming in. Okay, perfect. So man flex SRS runway, auto throttle blue. There's 100 knots. Stick is now central. V1. And rotate. Is that an aircraft on the mission climb? Positive direct gear coming up. I'm gonna keep climbing. Don't really wanna. He's got the wrong. Alright. Okay. Climb thrust set. I'm gonna keep the flaps up. Try to keep it down. Try and keep us get as much lift as I can to get above this guy.
Traffic.
Jesus, okay. At least the TCAS is working. Yep, speed's now increasing. Much as it is to get above him. Okay, so gear is up. Let's bring it to first stage of flat now. Okay, and let's go flaps up on that as well. Nice. The flaps up. Before about 10 isn't a good idea, but let's disarm the spoilers. Oop, come on. And left hand starting now. Still hadn't found the aircraft in the minute. I'm going to put it on autopilot once we kind of level off from this turn. Oh, hello. That's better turbulence now. Okay, so transition altitude. Standard. Let's actually put the autopilot on now. And cool. Then lights off and retracted. Those light off, terminal and passenger signs as required. We'll leave them on for now just because we are still technically in the mountains. So I'm just trying to have a look at what was going on there. Cool, speed set, 9,000 feet. Cool, we'll take it all the way up to... No step climbs, take it straight up now to 380. Speed is still 200. When does that increase? Belouse, okay. Just double checking the charts. I'm pretty sure that is actually how it is on the charts. Yeah, max speed of 200. Okay. Nice. The pressurization is starting to build. Cabin altitude is going at 5,000 feet a minute. It's currently 2,850 feet. Speed is now increasing to 303 knots. Lovely. Turn the passenger seatbelt signs off now. Cool, cool. That's the departure of Chambery. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry I didn't really get to look at that much. I was hand flying most of it. Beautiful place, Chambery though. So beautiful. I would have thought there'd be snow, seeing it is ski season, but apparently not. Microsoft Flight Sim hasn't rendered the snow in. But anyway, off to Manchester we go. Level 380. I don't think I've actually flown a 320 up that high yet, so this will be fun to see. Fan flaps up there. A little bit of turbulence. Cool. So I'll just check the flight plan real quick, just making sure that just looking at turbulence. So we're going to be hitting some turbulence around Paris. I'll put a screenshot of kind of the chart in the on the screen so you can see it. That's not looking particularly nice if I'm honest. But at least we've got a headwind as well. That's the problem. That we've got a headwind, well, a bit of a side wind now at the minute. But we're going to be getting a bit more of a headwind as we're heading more towards the UK. So that's going to be quite frustrating, but it is what it is. Climbing through 4,000 feet now. Nice. Let's keep our signs off. Everything else is nothing else required. Cool. Nice. So we now need to, well, pretty much just chill, monitor things. Cabin altitude's rising now, 4,100 feet. Just going at 500 feet per minute. And yeah, cool, awesome. All right, so I guess I'll catch you guys a little bit closer to the UK. Hi guys, welcome back. So we are now on, well, we'll start another descent now into Manchester. So we're descending now to 8,000 feet by Dane. Oh, that's the plan at least. So things looking good. We've got half air brake out just to give us that little bit of momentum downwards, I guess. Seatbelts, the sides are still off. It's actually quite nice out. But I'm a bit worried about this weather. If Vatsim is actually projecting what it's showing, then yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting arrival. Speaking of which, I do need to actually add the arrival into this. So it's going to be QNH of... I didn't actually get that. I think it was 1016. Yeah, it was 1016. Temperature is 10. Wind is 29007. And 499. On the barrel. Oh, we're tied up today perfectly at 080. Nice. Cool, good stuff. So yeah, it's been quite a nice little flight across. The weather's been astounding. Like, it's been beautiful. I've got some amazing screenshots. Yeah, I can't believe how good the sim can look sometimes. But I'm starting to see there's a few stutters now. We're getting a bit closer to all the action around London and around Manchester. So I think yeah, we're between. Actually, we're kind of around Birmingham at the minute more than anything. Yeah, cool. Lovely stuff. On our way to Manchester. The tower is going to be 118630. Let's get that ready to go. 118630. So we've got a prediction of that 4 minutes till we get to Trent. Running up with Dane quite nicely at the minute with our descent profile. Cool. Right, let's keep cracking. Okay, hello. We are now approaching 15,000 feet. Pretty much actually on target with what descent profile I wanted. So this is actually really, really good for us. Of course, the ground spoilers are armed. I'm going to set the auto brake to low. Just in advance, just so I know what's going on. I'll leave the seatbelt signs until 10,000. Or until we get into these clouds, because it might get a bit bumpy in there. For now, it's fine. I've already set the frequencies up, so we've got the tower frequency and the ground frequency, so we should just be able to switch between the two. There is new information, whiskey on board, so there is now a different information, but the only difference was the cloud base has gone up by 400 feet, so a little bit of visibility, so take it. I will take it. Cool. What a lovely idle descent, I'll tell you that. I've done that any better. Any better than that.
Tomjet 9001, runway 23 right, clear to land, surface winds 270 degrees, 10 knots.
Good land, runway 23 right, copy the winds, Tomjet 901, thank you.
Cool, awesome. So once we get to Dane, we'll do a right hand turn, and we will go on a track heading of, let me just calculate this, let's go 010 or something like that, just so we can bring it up across a little bit and then we'll flick it in. Because this has to be a manual arrival for me, because there's no ATC vectoring. There's just tower, so once I get onto the ILS, I'll get in contact with tower, but for now I don't really need to at all. And yes, I'll tell you what I might chuck that on with how the temperature is getting a bit colder. And going through these clouds, I think could be icing conditions. So, it's 10,000 feet actually. Not flights I don't need. Seatbelt signs. On. Okay, so yeah, 10,000 feet checklist. So we've got landing lights on. This is our text lights. Terrain, don't need that. Anti-ice as required. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to flick that on. Just because we're going through cloud. And it's quite cold, so I don't really want to have the risk of it. And then, once we reach transition level, which is flight level 60, I will put it to 1016 on the QNH. Oops, we'll set 010 on this. That's a good heading, I don't really know. Once we get to Dame, we'll kind of go from there. It's 8,000, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll shut that down to 6,000 now. Keep the descent going. And we'll
Tomjet 901, welcome to Manchester, vacate right when able. Once vacated, contact ground 121.855, goodbye.
that's the mode on.
121.855 for ground, thank you very much for your service, Tomjet 901, thank you.
Yeah, we'll go something a little bit more. Alright, just give us a bit more leeway. Cool, so approach-wise, we are looking at, we need to be at 3,500 feet by that point there, so that shouldn't be a problem. Just stay at 8,000 a little bit longer, I think. So anti-ice can come off. Clouds aren't as bad as I thought. Okay. 1016 on the box. Six. 1016. Cool. 1016 set. So let's go 3,500 feet. Another feet per minute, just so we have that rate of descent going. I'll just double check LVOS, make sure there's no speed restriction. There is a speed restriction, 230 knots, so I will pop that in there. Okay, so lights on, currently gear up. I'll check some flaps out in a second. Okay. I'm left now.
Manchester Tower, Ryanair 858, Juliet 1, holding short 23 right.
Approach mode on.
Ryanair 4858, Manchester Tower, good afternoon. Via Juliet 1, runway 23 right, clear for takeoff. Surface winds 270 degrees, 10 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23 right, Ryanair 4858.
Okay, we'll go to 220 knots and we'll chuck flat stage 1. So there's 330 and ILS is captured. Okay, cool. I'll give Terror a call up now.
Manchester Tower, good afternoon. Blue Max 5 November Kilo is on Juliet for Juliet 1. Blue Max 5 November Kilo, Manchester Tower, good evening.
Manchester Tower, hello. This is Easy 5 Romeo Tango is on the ILS runway 23 right.
Easy 5 Romeo Tango, Manchester Tower, good afternoon. Runway 23 right, continue approach number 1.
Continue approach number 1 and have whiskey on board. Easy 5 Romeo Tango, thanks. Okay, cool. So...
All stations, Manchester information, whiskey now, current GH1017.
Nice. We'll leave flat on for the second. So, armed. That's all good. Armed. That's speed off. Cool. Nice. Alright, once we hit the ILS, I'll turn the approach speeds on. Probably not now, to be fair. And boom. The second the glide slope will come in, and our speed decrease should stabilise. There you go. Nice. Barely see anything out the front. Okay, 10 nautical miles out. Speed check, flaps 2.
Ryanair 4858, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
Unicom 4858, thank you for the ATC.
Plus 3. And get down. Runway in sight. Okay, so final approach checklist. So briefing. So if we just have a look, I need to have a look at the briefing for the arrival. ILS 23 right. Yep. Cool. So if we have a missed approach, we'll climb to 3,500 feet straight ahead until passing 7,500 feet. The 750 feet. Sorry. We'll do a right-hand turn to 356. So we'll get that in. Okay, so speed check, flat's full. Ecam status is confirmed. Seatbelts are on. Bow reference is set 1016. Minimum set to 499. And engine mode selector is normal. And in approach checklist,
Easy 5 Romeo Tango, runway 23 right, clear to land. Surface winds 270 degrees, 8 knots.
Did land Easy 5 Romeo Tango, thanks.
Blue Max 5 November Kilo, behind the arriving EasyJet A320 via Juliet 1, runway 23 right, line up behind.
That so I can see it.
Line up and wait behind after the landing traffic for Blue Max 5 November Kilo.
Okie dokie. A little bit low. Currently keeping an eye on the PFT, so I've got the correct glide. MFT. A little bit of wind, not too bad though. Might crab from the right, so just need to counteract that.
500.
500, roger. We get too high because
100 above.
land.
Minimum.
Continue a little bit low.
Light slow.
That's fine.
Light slow.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard. $10.
Very nice, straighten the aircraft up. In reverse. And manual braking. Get the reversers out just so to ease the braking.
Easy 5 Romeo Tango, Wasnt to Manchester, contact ground 121.705.
Over to ground 121.705, thank you much. Easy 5 Romeo Tango. Okay, cool, perfect. So reversers stowed. Flaps coming up and disarmed. Okay, I'll pull in front here, and I'll come to a stop. Just make sure I've got everything I need, and we'll give the ground a call. Make sure they know.
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, so LS off. LS mode off.
Flight
Radar
T1,
off.
contact Manchester
Flaps
Tower
up,
on
stand by.
118.630.
Okay, stand by. Water brake off. AP master switch. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Manchester ground, hello, easy 5 Romeo Tango with you just vacated to your right.
Easy 5 Romeo Tango, taxi to stand 11 via Alpha, Bravo, and Juliet Echo.
Stand 1 via Alpha Bravo Juliet Echo, easy 5 Romeo Tango, thanks. Okay, cool. Let's head right. Those lights, taxi lights. We'll get the stow the landing lights real quick. Turn the strobes off. There you go. So welcome to Manchester, everyone. Bit of a fun one for you. That was probably that was a really nice touchdown. I'm quite happy with that one. If I can find 1-1. I saw 1-2 up there, but I'm just checking to make sure it's not. Parking. Bit of a lag spike coming up. There you go. Again, Alpha Bravo and then to Juliet Echo, so that's actually quite a nice easy taxi for us. I'll do it to come off. I'll leave it on that. It's pretty much up here and up to where that EasyJet is, just past him. Make sure everything's all stowed on the wings. Yep. Yeah, sorry about the lag. It's just when there's a lot of people around and scenery as well. It doesn't really help. So apologies for that, but yeah, hopefully the rest of the flight was okay for you all. At least we had ATC actually. At least we had ATC on the arrival. That's also a nice thing to have. So. Cool, so this is Lima on my left, so we're going to continue round here past, basically behind this EasyJet.
All stations, Manchester ground is logging off just for a minute due to a technical issue.
Okay. There's 1-5... 1-1. Loads of EasyJets as well, which is nice to see.
November Mike 929 Mike check.
That kid sounds so young. Is that just me? Okay, that's that set, or AP bleed can come on.
Station calling, repeat your message.
AP bleed on, timer, beacon. Get these engines off. And beacon light can come off. Fuel pumps come off too. Keep the sounds off. Passengers, and brake fan, we can leave that off. Amazing, cool. Hopefully my boarding going.
The boarding requested.
Cool. Nice, the weather was actually pretty okay. Ooh. Landing here. Sorry about the noise. There you go. We are down now in Manchester. Very nice. Oh, don't want to face the building. Very nice indeed. A bit long on my parking, but that's why I did it manually. Anyway, cool. Bit loud up there, so I thought I'd give the outro here. So thank you so much all for watching this video. It's been a long time since I've done one, so I'm very happy to get back into the swing of it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe if you guys want to see more content. I'm very happy to make more content like this coming forward. If you guys obviously want this, if you feel like my content is crap, then please let me know and I will. I just won't do it. So. Yeah, if anyone has any recommendations or anything they want me to do in the future, please give me a shout. Please pop me a message or pop a comment in there, and I'll certainly look at that. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for showing up, for watching, and I hopefully enjoyed the flight and learned a few things here and there. For all of you people keen into aviation and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. There you go, cool. So yeah. Thanks so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.